The artworks that I make are about the things that I value in my life. Sometimes they are things that I see on a daily basis, and sometimes they are things that I believe that represent me and my life. Through my artwork, I like to show how living in a Hispanic household influences me, especially since my parents were not born here, they were born in Belize. The way that they were brought up as kids is how my parents raised me and changes the way how I see things. The food, culture, and other things influence who I am today. For my sustained investigations, I decided to focus on baseball. Baseball to me has always been an important part of my life. I have always gone to baseball games with my family since I was a little girl. Baseball connects us and is what we enjoy doing together. It is more than a sport to me, and I wanted to express that feeling in my sustained investigations. The reason I chose to take AP 2D art is because I wanted to challenge myself. I started doing art since freshman year and fell in love with it ever since. Art to me was a different way that I could express my feelings. It was like a diary where I can express my feelings and ideas. I loved how in AP 2D art there was not much limitation on my art. I can choose my own medium and topics for each piece. I also like how relaxing the atmosphere was in the class. This made art more enjoyable to me and motivated me to overcome challenges in the class.
Hi everyone, thanks for stopping by and viewing our virtual AP art show. I wish that we could have done this in person, but this will have to do for now. My name's Nikki Ritzak and I've been in art for 4 years. In those 4 years, I've learned self-discipline and just really explored different parts of myself. I had to spend countless hours up late at night trying to finish a project, and even when I wanted to quit, I had to push through to present something for critiques the next day. I've also been always thought of as a STEM student. I am going into architecture, which is very math-based, but I always wanted to explore a part of me that was a little bit more creative. And I think that AP art really did that for me. But then again, why AP art? Why would I force myself to take such a difficult art class when I already have a pretty packed schedule? And for me, the answer is pretty simple. I really just wanted to validate art in itself. I feel like people typically think of it as an easy class, but honestly, it was one of my hardest. And I couldn't get through the hard challenge if it weren't for the friends that I made. The friends that I made in AP art, it's different than any other connection you'll make with people because you have to support each other through thick and thin, whether it's in art or if it's in your personal life. But you also have to be critical of each other because you want to better your colleagues. The critiques I mentioned earlier, my friends' advice, and my own growth really just changed the way that my art makes people feel. In the beginning, it was really just still lifes. I was really just copying what I saw for me to just build up my technical skills. But now I would say confidently that my art evokes some sort of emotion in people. For the most part, my art is very precise, I have clean lines, and that just really reflects my personality and my STEM background. So I hope that when people view my art, they get a sense of calm, they're not overwhelmed by it, and I really just hope that you get to see that when you view my art today. Thank you!
Hi, I'm Taylor Zajeski. Art has always interested me ever since I was a kid. I always thought it was really cool to be able to do it, so that's why I pursued it. Originally, I wasn't planning on joining AP Art, but a couple of classmates convinced me, and I'm really glad they did. They were a great group of people, and they really made the class the best it could be. The class was also just another way for me to escape all my other classes and all the stress that came with those. It was a way for me to use a different part of my brain, keep the creativity flowing. When people see my art, I really hope they get like a wow moment out of it, or at least get a good laugh at some of the pieces. But anyway, I hope you enjoy the art show.
Hi, I'm Honey. Thank you for supporting our AP Virtual Art Show this year. Art has been a very important part of my life from a very young age. I believe that art maintains a very important role in our world today as it allows for a safe space for expression and individualism, and my journey as an artist has helped me shape who I am as a person today. As I entered high school, I knew that I wanted to pursue art, so I took any art class I possibly could. For my senior year, my schedule consisted mostly of art, and I was a part of both the AP 2D and AP 3D art class. These AP classes have taught me so much about my art and allowed me to explore new mediums that I never would have before. The AP art classes are so underappreciated in our school, and when I tell people that the AP art classes are the hardest AP classes in the school, I mean it. These classes require an unbelievable amount of work, yet it's all worth it in the end. Because I was a part of 2 AP classes, I was able to explore 2 different ideas for my concentration. For ceramics, I explored the distortion of clay to represent climate change, and for my 2D art, I commented on how society views women. The goal of my art is to make you look further into these topics and ask bigger questions. As long as I've gotten you thinking about the subject and what my art means, then I've done my job. These are issues that I firmly believe need to be talked about and not shied away from. While some people may dismiss my 2D work for being mostly nude, I think there's a raw beauty in a nude form that has been corrupted by society with misconceptions. Either way, I hope you're able to enjoy my art and find the bigger questions within my work.
Art is important because it allows people to truly express themselves without the use of any words. I took AP Art because I wanted to challenge myself as an artist to not only create, but create with purpose.
My favorite concentration piece is nostalgic anxiety. I've had troubles with anxiety growing up, and I've learned to cope with it since, though the piece just resonates with those feelings I once experienced. When people see my art, I want them to find a way to connect to it, which is why I chose to revolve my pieces around trauma. I want people to know that despite the traumatic things that occurred to them, they are not alone.